Welcome to the Unpopular Opinion Podcast, a safe place to discuss all of your unpopular opinions. I'm Jaden Kibler. I'm joined by my fellow co-hosts Tiffany Parker and Zachary Patrick. And today we will be discussing marriage. According to Statistica, the current median age for a man to first get married is 30 years old, while for a woman it's 28 years old. This is an increase from the 1950s when the median age was 22 for men and 20 for women. The shift is due to factors such as increased education, career goals for women, changing marriage norms, and a focus on personal fulfillment. So the first question is, what is the ideal age for marriage?
Personally, I don't think there really is an ideal age because everybody's their own person. And who am I to sit here and criticize a 20-year-old for getting married when supposedly this 30-year-old's getting married? It's not my place, I don't feel like. So if you and your partner want to do it, that's all that's all it needs. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't know. I feel like a lot goes into that simply just because before you're 25, your brain isn't fully developed. And I feel like a lot goes into marriage, not just, loving each other. You start to get into problems like finances and how you live and all of that. And I feel like it can be kind of hard to balance growing up still while also being in a long-term relationship. But also I don't feel like it's right for me to say, no, you can't get married. But also in the same breath, it's like if you love each other, if it's going to last that long anyway, what's the big deal of waiting a couple of years? You know what I mean?
I see what you mean. I'm big on, like you said, you're still developing. Your body doesn't fully develop until you're 25 years old. So I don't know. I'm just big on, I feel like you're still learning yourself as a person. I just feel like a lot of people don't be peeping that. For you to be married, I feel like that's you. I feel like for me to get married, that would be me in my peak, or me at one of my highest points of growth development or personal development, for me to want to, grow personally with somebody else on that level. And I just feel like it's hard to do that if you're not, if you don't have yourself personally down to earth or down pat. It's hard for you to do that together with somebody else,
I mean, those are all valid points. It's just, when you make a mistake as a kid or even as a young adult, you gotta live with the consequences or like the good parts of that decision. So even if you get married younger when you are developing, you're gonna have to live with the consequences or the good fortune of that decision. So it just, if a 10-year-old can't outrun his past, I don't see why a 25-year-old can't outrun his past.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, for me, it's just like everybody's got to live with their past. So if you make that decision, it is your decision to make.
I can rock with that too.
And I don't know. I'm a firm believer of, I feel like before you get married, you should go to counseling. Mm-hmm. Just because it's like there's so many things that you're not even going to be aware of that may come up. Like roadblocks or obstacles in your relationship. So I feel like if you went to counseling, then you would be told about some of those things to watch out for, because marriage really is a big thing. It is more than just a piece of paper. I mean, like if you're in the hospital, if you're sick and they need to pull the plug or to keep you on life support, your spouse, whomever, is responsible for saying, yeah, pull them off or go ahead, and then they would get your benefits, like life insurance and all of that. So, I mean, I feel like it's a big deal as far as that. So I feel like just being informed about marriage. So, yeah.
No, that's a good point too, because I feel like a lot of people, I don't know, I'm big on a lot of people, and not saying a lot of our generation, but a lot of people are fast to make decisions without really thinking about, what's going to be the long run decision. Like, I'm not going to spill their tea, but I just know some people that got married. Only reason they divorced was you're gonna be like, wow, credit. That sounds bad, but like real talk. He had bad credit. She didn't know for a while, or his credit was okay and she didn't know for a while, and they tried to build it up together and it was harder to. So it's definitely one of them things that's like financially and from a stability standpoint, it's kind of hard because I don't know. I guess what makes it hard for me thinking about it is, when are you really considered stable though?
That's a very good point, because if you are unstable, you can hide that. Even from the people that know you best,
yeah,
you can hide that. It's really hard today to tell if someone is stable.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for tuning in with us today.